Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. Today I'm going to work on a chibi. It's going to be a reward to myself for finishing that commission yesterday that I'd been working on for years. So I'm doing a fan art, and it's going to be All Might from My Hero Academia, my new favorite character. The one I'm getting in shape to cosplay at the end of May. I'm going to draw him as a chibi. I've got a couple reference images up. I'm just going to do his, the first costume you see him in, his more modern costume. Because that's the one I'm going to cosplay as, at least first. And I made sure to get a second reference image so that I don't want to just copy exactly the full body reference image. So I've got a second reference image of his face directly from the anime, not like a promotional image, so that I can see the different ways that it's depicted with that super dark shading, comic book style shading. So since he's a chibi, his head's going to be really huge, but I want to make sure to leave room for these huge hair bunny ears that he has, because they're so big, like on his normal proportion self, that I think I better make them pretty big to stay in proportion with how big I'm going to make his head as a chibi. I'm going to start his head way down here. And there'll still be room for a body there. So I'm starting with a 3H pencil, because if I use a 3H pencil, I can erase the lines away more cleanly and end up with a better end result. Since he's so buff, I'm going to give him a sort of triangle shaped body. Instead of normally with a chibi, I just do another circle as the indication of where the torso is. But he's just so freaking buff, he needs a triangle shape, even with a body this tiny. So if you've seen any of the promotional images of My Hero Academia, you've probably seen this picture that I'm using. He's just flexing, and he's, I don't know, just standing there flexing, smiling. So you'll recognize this. And he's still a chibi, so his legs are still gonna get smaller and smaller as I go down. I just want to make sure to put a lot of definition so that it's clear that he's still this super buff, muscular character, even if he's now got chibi proportions. This might be the most work I have ever, or perhaps will ever, put into a Chibi character's. Simply the body form. Not even working on the clothes or anything yet. I really want to get his, see, he's the best, so gotta show it. Gotta get his muscles in there. Gran Torino says the only thing that All Might had going for him was his body. That was the only good part about him. Kind of mean though, I don't think that's true, but Gran Torino's kind of like a grumpy old man. Okay, I'm going to shorten these arms a little bit because I want to keep to my normal Chibi proportions. But in order to give him his hands folding over he's like flexing inwards like this. So I gotta make this part shorter than what I did. Yeah, it's gotta be like way the heck down here. Almost touching the bicep line. Oh yeah, yep. I like that much better. I think maybe I should do, I'm gonna change how I'm doing this part where you can see his back muscles flexing even though it's a front facing viewpoint. His back muscles are so huge you can still see them. In the reference picture they angle a lot more than what I had done, so I'm gonna get that sharper angle. Oh yeah, that's much better. That looks more believable. That's the word I realized I want to use. Not realistic, believable. Because I actually really am not about being realistic. I'm not against being realistic, but my artwork's not really realistic. It's just believable. Okay, well I think that's good for the basic body. I won't bother filling in the inside yet. I'm gonna go to his head, which I'm gonna try to be extra careful about, because I've found that when people, even when official, like the animation team, sometimes the way they draw All Might is like looks slightly wrong, so I want to make sure I don't have that feeling for my own drawing. So it's like his jawline comes straight down and he's just got this huge wide jawline. It comes all the way across. Let me look at the other picture. Okay, so the other one that has it gives him a chin in that one. This one, I think because his head is tilted up, as opposed to this one where it's more straight on to the camera, to the viewer. think that's why this one doesn't give him much of a chin. So I'm gonna go to a middle place between those two options. And I'm gonna give him a little bit more of a chin than my main reference image does. So let me go that other one. It's still a huge wide chin. He's got a really big strong chin. Bring it up here. I need to make sure also that these are same width out from the body. So like I think I've got, this is the middle point. It's just about to that line. This one. Yeah, this one needs to come in the slightest little bit. There's hardly anything at all, but still a little bit needs to come in. The screenshot that I chose to be a closer up on his face is this part where he asks Midoriya if he wants to eat lunch together, and they made him like he was like a schoolgirl or whatever. The way he's holding his bento or whatever, this is just so cute. Okay. Now his ears, since they're chibi ears, I shouldn't have to worry too much about them. I just do my normal shape. Don't have to make these too perfect, but I do want to connect them to the face by erasing this line. Let's look at the other image again. Yeah, so I'm gonna erase it a little further down. His ears are pretty simple anyway in the anime/manga, so it's not too bad for a chibi. Oh, I think I went too far on this one, too far into the ear. How's that? Alright, that's good enough. Good enough, I think. Okay. I wonder if I should do the rest of his face first. I mean, opposite of what I'm saying. The rest of his head first. Save his face for last so that I can fit everything in. Like if I do his hairline first, then maybe I can get the proportions. The chibi proportions that I'm exaggerating. His facial features too. I think I could get them better if I do his hairline and stuff first. Found this awesome huge image of him. So I'm going to zoom in. You can really see how the hair connects to his head and everything. And I'll look at that other one from the anime. So So it's right in the middle. It's not really a huge widow's peak or anything. It's just that the way these bunny ears and the top of his head come out. So it's straight in the middle. It's just kind of jagged. It moves down, changes angle as it moves down. How does it end on the top of his ears? Pretty cleanly. Hopefully this looks pretty even. I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think that's good. Gives him that really square look. Now, his bunny ears, that's just what I'm going to call them, because I don't know what the heck to call them, because they're just so big. They have 4 points, one huge point, and then there's like one thin point coming off in the middle, and then 2 short ones coming off down at the bottom. But you can see, maybe I should draw this first. You can see the top of his hair, like as it curves over, because it's smoothed back over his head. And you can see that between his little bunny ears. Oh, in this picture from the anime, they only drew two points. So I guess it doesn't matter too much how many points are on it. Between 2 and 4 on each bunny ear. But if I do this part first, and it's like got texture, kind of a bumpy texture. And it follows down to the ears. I don't like what I did on this side. Okay. Bumps out first and then makes a long line. Bump and then a long line. There we go. There we go. Although, let me erase inside of the hair. Erase all these guidelines and see, I think one side is sticking out further than the other. I was happy to see a post on Crunchyroll recently. They did like an international character popularity poll for My Hero Academia. And All Might was number 3, and he was only under the other like best 2 characters, Midoriya and Todoroki. So I wasn't mad at all about him not being number 1. Because those are like my 3 favorite characters. It's just that mine are in opposite order, but let's see. I think this ear, if I just make it stick out more, that'll actually solve that problem. Go right here. bring that in a little tighter. There, okay. Now, he's got, so where he's combed back to his hair or whatever, slicked it back, like sticks up and points behind him. They sort of just stick out to the side, which is like perfect for Chibi because sometimes I'm not sure what to do with characters' hair who, like, it's just laying along their neck. And I'm like, oh, my Chibis don't have necks. But this hair sticks out away from his neck, like it's actually quite long. So it's perfect for a Chibi. And the fact that his hair is, you know, when so I'm cosplaying All Might, but I'm going to be a girl. I'm not going to try to hide that I am female. So a lot of people, whenever they do a crossplay of a character, when they gender swap the character, they, from male to female, they give the character long hair to be like, oh, it's a girl now because it has long hair. But All Might already has pretty long hair, so I feel no need to do that. I'm just going to, he's gonna look, my cosplay is gonna look exactly like All Might, except for that I have a female body, so that's why that's gonna be that way. There. Oh, it's so cute already, and I haven't even put in his most prominent features, which is, of course, his big smile that he always has, and his big bunny ears sticking out the top. So better do the bunny ears first. They don't actually exactly meet in the middle. They both come from the middle. Let me zoom in on there again. Yeah, they both originate from the middle, but the lines right here don't touch. So the longest ones, zoom out again, are just as long or even longer than his face. I don't know if I should do that for the Chibi. I do want to make them really huge like they're supposed to be. But I think to make them cuter, I'll make them a little shorter and fatter. Make them shorter and make them wider instead. Like put that length into the width so that it will look more cute. That's the point of Chibis, is to be cute. Okay, here we go. One. And I want them to be the same height. So I'm going to mark this spot already on this side and just make it come down. Oh man, you can't even see this at all because of my dang light. You can see it down there. Okay, I'm just going to draw the first one. First spike as a whole spike, and then I'll erase away where I need to. Oh my gosh, kawaii, it's so cute. It's so cute. So it's actually this whole top part of his head. It's part of these spikes. So in this picture he's got this one coming out the side. So let's make it come way out. That'll add to the width that I'm going to try to do to make it more cute. And then this one will come out to this side. Now let's see how far. Maybe about 1 centimeter. How's that? This one needs to come up more. Needs to point up. It's looking kind of sad down there. Point up. They don't need to be exactly the same. They're not exactly the same in the reference image. However, I'm going to make this shorter. So this spike actually comes out of here. It's kind of like a lotus flower or something. You know, when these little things stick to my paper. Okay, then the final little bonus spike is really thin and starts way up high. Oh, it's so cute. It looks like a little crown on his head now. I think maybe I should make these taller after all, though, now that I've added on the spikes. Oops, I hit my light. I'll look at it straight on. Yeah, I'm gonna make these taller after all. Even after I said that. What's that? This one needs to go a little higher. Keep hitting my dang light. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. If I mess with it too much, I'll spend all my time making it perfect and not actually getting it done. So the next thing is go ahead and fill in his face. So like on my chibis, his eyes are going to be much bigger, but he's unique because in this form you can't see his actual eyes. It's like his face is so chiseled that everything is in shadow from his extreme like curves of his facial structure or whatever. So instead of like big eyes, he's just gonna have big eye shadows. But I still need to figure out where they should be, placement. So the eyebrows are gonna be much more important than usual because they're gonna determine placement of the shadow for the eyes. He's also got these really great, I've always liked really thick eyebrows in real life and in anime and stuff. So he's got like, his eyebrows are perfect for me. Okay, I made this one go out a lot further than the other one. Let's make them match. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute already. Oh my gosh. Okay. See, this is why this is a reward for me. This picture is a reward for myself. Okay. So I'm gonna have to figure out these dark shadows on his face. Dark shadow. Oh, wrong character. Okay. Because he's got his nose to help it out. Normally, you know. But for Chibis, I don't do noses. They just have like a smooth part because their eyes and their mouth takes up so much room. So I think I will draw his smile next. And his smile is so big that it reaches all the way across his face. So maybe before I do anything else, I'm going to do his cheekbones, because that's sort of what holds the smile in, is his cheekbones, chiseled cheekbones, which come down like this on both sides. It's just becoming more and more like him. Okay, okay. Calm down, me. Calm down. Okay. Smile is a little bit farther in from here. So I'm going to mark these two. Goodness, that's going to be a big smile. Oh, see. I might have to just come straight across. Oh. I don't know if it's gonna work for a Chibi. You look like a frog. Oh my god. I'm dying. I'm dying. I don't know if I should keep it like that. Such a huge smile. It's because there's not much room. Oh my god. Okay. Should I keep it like this? I need to examine this. Okay, gonna bring it in a little bit. Gonna bring it in a little bit more. It's still gonna be really huge though, just based on his normal anime proportions. Okay, let's mark maybe half a centimeter in from each cheekbone. Make it go down here. Okay, that's better. That's not as like... Before it was just too wide. It was too much like a frog, like... And we already have a frog character. Oh, yeah. That's much better. That's much more like All Might. Okay. And let's see, he's got these little wrinkles here. Another thing that I like about All Might is that he's a super awesome older character. Like, it's so hard to find awesome characters that aren't just only in their teens or early 20s. But All Might has got to be at least 50, even though there's no official age, but, you know, he's got to be at least in his 50s. Maybe 40s, but, yeah. I'm not as old as All Might, but... Like, I appreciate the wrinkles in his face, because I'm getting wrinkles in my face. So it's nice to have someone cool to be like, make you feel like you can still be cool even if you aren't like a teenager anymore. Okay, get these wrinkles where his eyebrows are coming together. My little place markers for his eyes, make him look like he has just like these little teeny tiny eyes. Okay, I need to change the way I did these. So I did the curve of these smile lines based on the reference image, but I need to make them fit the way I've done the anatomy of this face. So they need to come in a lot further. Okay, I think I'm ready to try. I don't see any other facial features. Got his lip, got wrinkles there, so I'm going to. I want to look at his other picture from the anime that I got. So yeah, this is really. That one's completely in shadow. Well, first of all, he's got this really dark shadow right here. Dark shadow, dang it, dark shadow. And it's actually like coming from or shared with his hair. Let's see how far up his hair does it go. That's probably far enough. And it goes into all these little spikes too. Then it follows the edge of this eyebrow. Let me double check the other one. That one goes in. Wow, use this one. And then it sort of just follows his cheekbone. And I think it like meets up with it. Let me look at this other one again. Yeah, they're slightly different. So I'm just gonna wing it. So this is definitely, the shadow comes down. Oh, let me look at the other one again. Yeah, this one leaves a line indicating reflected light, so I'm going to do that. The other one goes all the way down to his jawline, but I'm not going to do that. Let's have the two shadows meet here. And so, yeah, I'm happy with that edge. Now this is the tough part because he has no nose on Chibi. Oh, I don't think you guys can hear, but Soon's having a little dream. My dog Soon, he's going poof poof in his sleep. Okay, there's definitely shadow under these two eyebrow bumps. Okay, let's, I want to look at the other one. I want to see two different ways that it was drawn. For both of these, it starts inside. It starts inside, it doesn't start exactly outside. It doesn't start at the end of the eyebrow, it starts well into it. Oh, he's coming to life. Oh my god. Okay. I will survive this. I'll survive this reward. Okay, so I'm just gonna go like this because his nose there is smooth. It's kind of like, there's a character he's like. I can't think of it. Okay. So it like connects with this. Let me see. Let me take this up here. Shadow. This is a shadow here, and it comes here. And then it just comes across like this. Oh, trying to make this work. Trying to make this work for Chibi. I'm dropping my brush. This drawing is making me so excited that I'm like getting all sweaty. Well, I think it doesn't help that my lamps are really hot. These lamps are just like a heater, personal heater. I'm gonna make this come down more to really show the shape of an eye. It's kind of curved outwards too. Now this shadow follows his lip down to his chin. And there's also a good sized triangle shadow right here. And then here it starts to come up, but it goes back a little, another sort of triangle shape, and comes back. And then right around the chin, it just sort of, I'm just going to make it a curve because this is a really tiny area. Hopefully this will look good when it's all done. Make this come out like this. What else? Am I missing any lines? Maybe a little extra shadow there. Maybe I'll do like this one has a little cutout in the shadow where his smile is pushing his skin back. Oh yeah, I think that looks good. And over here, these just need to be thick enough. And it needs to connect. It's gonna connect right there. Yay, I'm happy with it. Okay. His teeth, the divide in his teeth. This is something that I notice that bugs me in a lot of official and fan art, is when the line in his teeth isn't drawn. It needs to be drawn around the halfway point in his smile. But sometimes I either see it way up high or really low, and it just doesn't look right. It's got to be pretty close to the middle. Alright, what's next? His outfit. Okay, how to make this complex outfit work on this tiny, tiny scale. So I'll clean up those sketch lines. Okay. Where should I start? Maybe I'll start with the feet. These boots, his legs are so small. I'm just gonna have to do straight across instead of, there's actually more of a dip shape in the middle, like a U shape. But this is just, I'm just gonna have to do, he's got a red, a white, and then a red stripe, and then yellow boot, and then a white bottom of the boot. But for how super tiny this area is, I think all I'm going to really be able to do a red stripe, a white stripe, yellow boot, and then adding on the white, the sole of the boot. There. Now he's got this cool belt. Starts right about here. Actually sort of curves right here. I gotta make sure that I show it coming outside. It's like a thick belt, so it sticks out from him. Now, the design on the belt. Let's see, I'm not sure what I can fit. I don't think I can fit everything. So I can do this, these two lines. And then I think I'm just gonna have to do 2 more lines. It's actually a lot more complicated than this, but it's, again, just such a tiny little spot. I can't really, I'm not going to be able to color this if I add all the lines that are in it at the full anime size. Maybe I can just do the tiniest little triangle right there. Ugh, hope that works. And then I'll just do 2 lines. I'm not going to actually, these are actually like curved shapes, more U shapes. I'm just going to do 2 lines on each side. Okay. Now, other hardware, he's got these like, what do you call those? There's a name for them. Anyway, they're sticking out from here. Oh, what the heck are these called? I used to know what they were called. I've got a line through them in this picture, but I think I'm just going to draw them as a single thing, because again, they are just so tiny. They're absolutely minuscule. How does that look? I like the one on the left. The one on the right, if I make it shorter. Okay, that's fine. Now he's got these gloves. You sort of come around, and then also right there, come around his arm in a sort of V shape. Now, that's all yellow stuff. So we just need to draw in the patterns on his, I don't know what you call this, jumpsuit? I don't know. Leotard? Okay. Comes from one thigh. Maybe I should draw this. It's fine. It's fine. It starts from the same line that the belt has. And it just sort of comes down and around. So I'm just gonna draw that. And it's a red line. And then it's white inside of the red border. Then it comes around his sides and accents his back muscles. Dips down to meet the belt again. And it's still that red line. if I've ever done so much detail in a chibi body. They're so small. I want to draw a few lines for show muscles. Oh, that's a little and cute. Okay, now where his abs are, his abs. This red comes down like this, and sort of comes up like this. Again, accenting those back muscles. And it comes out again up here. I don't want to make it too high because he's got more red and white up top, although, so I'm going to erase this a little bit so that I can make it work with the chibi torso. So the shoulders are kind of hidden because the chibi head's so big. So I'm not going to draw that part on the shoulders. I can't draw the neck part because this chibi head covers his neck. But the chest, I can definitely do that. It comes down like this. And curve it a little bit to show that it's curving with his muscles. And it meets in the middle. There's kind of a diamond shape, and it comes down. Yeah, this is why I needed to hold off on this middle part for his abs. So in fact, I think I'm just going to make it one level of coming out. I don't know if that makes any sense. One level of coming out. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now that I've done that, I need to recenter what I've just drawn. So I figured out where everything needs to go from top to bottom, but from left to right, I need to move it a little bit further to the right. I need the center to be a little bit further this way. In fact, I'm just going to do this, so I'm not going to do that right there. Keep hitting my dang brush. Okay. And it comes down. And I'm just going to make it curve up. Because it's actually kind of like a step. Looks like a step. Ah, there. And I can get that sort of look. That multi-step look for the bottom part. Oh, I think that comes out too far now. Dang it. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. There. Dang it, that's better. Now I need to zoom in because this picture is so dark right here, so his chest muscles actually come right above this. And then his arms tuck in, just like everyone. Tuck into the armpits in between the chest and the back. And I need to bring this line up to make sure that it's clear that this is the back muscles showing. Yeah, yeah, looks so good. Okay, I still need to do the actual pattern that's on here. So this is all red, though it does have the abs showing. So let me draw a few like little chibi abs. Adorable, dang it. I'm so happy with this. Okay, and this is the chest, so let's draw the pecs right here. And then he has this design. So white comes down and meets in the middle. And then it sort of makes a diamond shape right here. Yeah, okay, sweet. Oh, gotta look one more time. I need to make sure that these look like gauntlets, not like gloves. They are gauntlets. They don't cover his hands. So I'm gonna stick up here with a point. And then he's got some stripes on here. Gosh, these dang stripes are really hard in chibi form. He's got a white and a blue stripe. I'll see if I can fit him. He actually has white, blue, no, blue, white, blue. But like with the boots, I'm not going to try to fit 3 because it's just too tiny of an area. Alright. So one more time, make absolutely sure I didn't miss anything important. I think I've got it all, other than maybe he does have these lines. His eyebrows have these lines through them to show they're like bushy eyebrows. Put that in there too. Now, time to ink. So I think I'm going to use my micron pen so that I can get these really super tiny things. I need to find my super tiniest. Here it is. Double 005. This is so tiny. I remembered to wear my glasses today, but if I hadn't, I would be wanting them right now. This is so small. The itty bitty details. Trying to make my lines look even more muscular for his legs. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do the whole body with this tiny pen. Gosh, it's just so small. Kind of ironic that I'm having to use a super tiny pen to do his body, much tinier than I ever use on a chibi, when he is a character that has these super dark, thick black shadows. It's just interesting. I think I got his body done. Yay! Whew, that was... Let me stretch my hand for a minute. Held on real tight to that pen to make sure I did every line with precision. Okay. Next, what size should I use? Probably 2 or 3. Let's go to a 2. Because I am going to want to do my usual thick black outline. Love doing that. Especially on one like this where there's so many little tiny lines. That thick black outline will really help it stand out. But first I'm going to ink everything else. Whew. Gotta get that jawline. I wanted it to match each of those lines that I'd already drawn. Another little tense moment. I can be a little more relaxed now, I think. These things are getting bigger, so it's easier. There's more leeway with how they're drawn once it gets bigger. And get his hair. The outside part is done. I'm going to outline where these really heavy shadows are. I don't think I'm going to fill them in until I erase, because since erasing sometimes takes away the ink too, I don't want to lose that. I want to ink and then have to ink it again because it took away from it. I really don't draw fan art very often anymore. I usually plan all of my art projects out, so I don't do sketching. I don't really just randomly sketch anymore. I mean, I will, like, if I go to the zoo I'll bring my sketchbook and sketch the animals there, or that kind of sketching, but even that is planned. Like, I'm going to go and draw this subject with this media. So I've only drawn All Might once before, and it was the same picture that I used as reference. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. So I'm going to let it dry for a second because I don't want to mess up any of the inking that I've done. Put some of these supplies away, give it a chance to dry, and I will erase the outer area first to pick up any smudges from my hand, and then also gives it more time to dry, the inked area. Another good thing about using a harder pencil lead is that it doesn't smudge nearly as much graphite around. Just makes your whole picture much cleaner. Let's get good on the back too. Let's erase the back a little bit too. Okay, now I'll start at the bottom because that's what I inked first, so it should definitely be dry. It should also be dry because I use such a thin pen that it should have pretty much been dry instantly because it was just so little ink put down. Eventually there gets to be so many eraser shavings that I can't erase anything else because I'm just rolling over the shavings instead of actually hitting the paper. Oh, he's looking so good. Okay, make sure to finish this erase job. gonna go over, look real close. Make sure to get any little tiny areas that I missed or that could use a little extra. I keep wanting to erase this spot, but it's just a fleck in the paper. It's been there since the beginning. Guess I've never really mentioned it, but what I draw these chibis on is just regular index paper, like index cards. It's unlined index cards. I started using these because they were the perfect size for doing these chibis as commissions at Artist Alley at conventions, because it's not too expensive of paper, so if you mess up or something you can just get another sheet, and since they're small they're easy to tote around, and it always looks much better if the format fits the size of the drawing you're doing. Like drawing this size on like an 8.5 by 11 sketchbook page, it looks kind of sad, like you didn't fill any of the page, but if you fill up the card then it looks much better. So that's done, but I'm not done with the inking. I still need, I don't know if I have. I might have had to toss it, and I don't know if I had a replacement. A graphic 1 sized micron. Is this all of them? I think this is all of them. That's a brush pen. Let's see, no. 8. I might have to use that. Or I could go look at my other pens. 5, 2. Oh, graphic 1. Yay! That's what I wanted to use. I wanted to get that really big, thick black. So it'd go really nice with the thick black shadows on him. So I'm doing the outline that I like to do. I still have my Sanji chibi that I did last week out. I realized I didn't do this on him. But it doesn't matter all that much because he's wearing a black suit anyway. So kind of half of him you wouldn't have been able to tell anyway. And I think he turned out just fine without it. That's why I still have him out, because I think he turned out just fine. Sometimes I am really happy with the art I make and I just want to look at it for a while, so keep it out on my desk. I work so hard on something. I don't want to just put it away right away and forget about it. Yes, I love doing this. Gotta be extra careful not to. This has to be on the outside of the drawing. It can't intrude on these lines I put inside. Do my best not to mess any of that up. Especially down here, which is just the tiniest part of the drawing. I think doing this outline also helps, just ties the whole picture together. So even if you've got a situation like this where the body is done in much smaller lines than the head, it still all looks like part of the same picture because they have the same thickness of line for the outline. anyway, I just thought about the fact that I never do this for like my digital drawings of characters. I don't like give it a black outline or even a white outline. I guess maybe for some chibis. I don't know. I just don't think of doing a lot of stuff that I think of doing. It's like when I'm doing physical media art, I think, oh, I could do this and I could do this to it. But with digital media art, I tend to keep it really simple. I want to be precise with this hair. Even though it's got this thick outline, I still want it to be pointy. That's something with doing the outline. Sometimes you can lose points, especially on hair. Oh, wait. Okay. Goodness. It's probably because I care so much about this character, but it's like some of these areas I'm working on is like like gripping the pen so tight, trying to do it as perfect as possible, you know. Now I'm using a slightly smaller, I'm using a micron, the largest of the microns, to fill in some of these. The smaller of the deep dark shadows. Right now I'm just filling in, I'm not going to fill in the whole thing with this size. I'm going to switch over to the larger size, but I'm using this right now to go around little tiny areas that the larger size won't be able to navigate around precisely. I think that's good to start. I also should make sure to do some of these thick shadows on his body as well. It's harder to see them on the body because the dark blue of his suit is... the shadows blend in. On his face they really stand out because it's still black, even though the face is a much lighter color than the blue. Be careful here. So what I'm trying to do is get lines that are going all the way across so that when they dry, because you probably won't be able to see it on the camera, but in real life, you can, even though it's black, you can still see the lines, each individual line of ink. I want to get them to go all the way from end to end. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Oh, I'm so happy with him. He's so cute. Okay. I'm dying. I'm gonna die before I finish this. Okay, you know, size 5. I want a... I need to do some lines in his hair. Oh, he's so cute. Okay. Okay. I need to do some more. I might even go down to a 3 for doing the dark shadows on here. I keep calling it dark shadow, and that is a move. I mean, it's not a move, it's a sort of another character. Okay. Anyway, okay. See, he's got one big line coming up. It's like the same line here, but it's not in shadow on this side. And this drawing, let me look at that other drawing I have from the anime. It's got a couple. So I guess I'll just do what feels right. So I'll probably just make them to match. So if there's shadow here, then I imagine see a line on the other side. Do a couple here. And a few on the sides. I'm going to start from the outside so that the line tapers towards the hairline. Little one right here. Oh, what the heck, and one here too. Do the same thing on this side. Oh yeah, he's coming to life. He's coming to life. And the insides of his ears are pretty dark too, so let's add a little shadow in there. It's almost impossible to overdo the shadow on him. And I said almost impossible, but I think I can handle it. Okay, where else? Where else does he need some more? More shadow. Let's make this line right here thicker. Bring the shadow all the way up between his eyes. Flicking his face over for anywhere. Needs some extra. Maybe this line around his mouth should be not all the way down, but just like on the sides here. Oh, yay! Let's do the same thing on the top. This gives the impression of his teeth curving, because everybody's teeth curve in their mouth. It's not flat. So if you do the thicker shadow toward the corners of the mouth, gives that impression a little bit. Just a little bit. Enough for anime style. Okay, I need a tinier pen to make this a smoother transition. Right there. There. Where else? Where else? Okay, I'm going to zoom in on this full body reference. Okay, so do a little bit under his arms. It goes up here. Okay, what about his chest? Yeah, it comes down on the chest. Yikes, I need to be a little more careful. I'm getting a little bit of ink on my page. Try to clean it up a little bit with an eraser. Sometimes that'll help. Okay, what about his abs? His abses. Okay. Actually not too much, just a little bit right in the middle. A little bit right there too. And a little bit right where it meets the belt. Six pack. say something. Okay, getting there, getting there. Man, I'm taking too long on this. My window is almost over. I guess I'll probably have to do the coloring tomorrow for Chibi Friday. Though I wanted to do an animal, but I wanted to do another one of my pets. Alright, moving down his legs. I gotta zoom out for his legs. Yeah, there's a lot around his knees. A lot of shading here. Just looking them over one more time to see if I'm missing anything. I think I want to do one more line on this here. Just a little one. Dang, I'm quite pleased with this. Let's see, I'm gonna make this shadow in his mouth. Not so pointy. I want it to show, I want it to accent his cheeks. Maybe I should do a thick line under his chin to show that his head is casting a big shadow too. Yay, I'm really happy with it. I haven't even started coloring it yet. I think maybe I can get this little line in here. My 005. This little line in these. Yeah, it can fit after all. Just looking them over. I don't have very long. I only have 15 minutes left. There's no way I'm getting this colored in 15 minutes. So maybe what I'll do... Oh, but it's already so much going on. I was thinking maybe I'd do some hatching like they've got on him. Like this ends in hatching. But it's such a tiny little area and it already has tons happening in it. maybe they'll make these shadows meet right here. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think he's good for the ink work. Just looking one more time just in case. And maybe I'll do, I say he's good and I find another thing. I'm gonna make these lines thicker so that they stand out in front of the rest of the lines of his hair. And the same up top. Looking them over, looking them over. I could do little lines in the hair coming out from the back, but there's already so many lines happening, like here on his arms and everywhere else, so I'm going to keep that area simple. Okay, we'll add a little bit to the ears so they stick out from the hair too. Now I'm looking more at this drawing in and of itself rather than the reference images. I'm looking to see whether the drawing on its own seems complete. So I'm finishing all these little details, not based on what I'm seeing in the reference images, but on just how this looks on its own without even thinking about the references. Ah, it's so cute. It's so happy. Yeah, it's too bad I got these little ink marks, but at least once I scan it in, I can just cut this whole part out. That's always what I do. I just cut out the white part when I scan it in for digital sharing purposes. Oh, eraser shavings all over me. All over my chair armrest. It's distracting. Okay. I think this is good for real this time. I think that I'm done with the inking. And I only have 10 minutes left in my stream window, so I'm gonna end it here. And tomorrow is Chibi Friday, so I'll just pick this back up and do the coloring and all the detail work and finish that off tomorrow. So thank you for watching.